we're just starting season 2. Season 1 was the first part of the season. Season 2 is what happens after the trade deadline, between now and the end of the season. And the goal is to get to season 3, which is the playoffs. There's one Indian word I'd like to teach you, and the word is shikari. Shikari means hunter. So season 1, we were shikaris, we were hunters. Now we've become, in season 2, we become shikar. We become the hunted.
Welcome back to London, Alamo City, getting ready for the opening tip-off between the Sacramento Kings and the San Antonio Spurs. In this, the 50th game of the season for Sacramento. And we are underway.
Nice move inside by Lowe. Steps back for 3 and knocks it home. Domas Sabonis box around the world. Floater got it like he was doing.
You know, I tell our guys, I don't want them thinking about the season as a whole because it can get pretty overwhelming when you think you got 40 or 50 games left.
Mitchell finds Sabonis through the contact and the bucket.
We track the season in 5-game series. We really try to concentrate on presenting the season to them with a short-term goal of winning at least 3 out of 5 games.
Precipitous drop of late. Johnson with a tough pass, never made it. Fox on the move. Fox lines it up. And it was all Sacramento, all Beam team tonight. They led for most of this contest.
This was the first time that we won 3 of those 5-game seasons in a row. And so now for us to see if we can dive into this next 5-game series and make it 4 in a row will be a feat that we obviously haven't done yet. This is the first time for us getting to 3.
Y'all see this ice, man? Hey, get my boys in here, man. Where my boys at, man? Give me this pick right now, man. Give me the pick. Oh!
From the Sacramento Kings.
Yes.
Domantas Sabonis.
I just want to thank all the fans, in America, worldwide, Sacramento especially, for voting, for supporting us, all year. And I feel like this one means something different, here with the Kings, representing Sacramento and the city, We're trying to build something special here. This is really cool.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sweeping hook shot. Barnes got pushed and knocked out of bounds. Boy, Buddy Hield.
We're turning the ball over. We're not getting stops. That is something that we're going to have to correct before playoff time.
The kick out Mitchell, here's his chance, and he couldn't cash out. Mitchell now.
Tell it to our guys all the time, hit a single, hit a single, hit a single. We don't need anybody to be great. But I think this is good for our guys because we've had a pretty good year so far and we've experienced a lot of highs. Now we hit a little adversity. I'm interested to see how we respond from this adversity, not just short term, but long term, as a team, but more importantly, as individuals. Because when you hit adversity as an individual, your true colors come out. It's tough to go through, but it's a great thing for this team to experience right now. If we do expect to make the playoffs, if we do expect to advance in the playoffs, we're going to have to deal with adversity.
136-104 the final. As the Kings.
Okay. Yeah, no, I got it. And let me get you a quick answer. Okay. For transactional stuff, I think, have you called JR? He just called me. So should we get him the deal? But as you, not the details. So can you guys give us the room? Sorry.
Before I get going, just want to acknowledge our front office team, Wes Wilcox, who's back there, Phil Jabor, Paul Johnson, on and on. I can name them all put in a ton of work, not just this past week, but all year. And, really thankful to them for all they do. Our framework heading into the deadline, I think really two things. One has been our mantra, I think, since we got here, which is to be disciplined yet aggressive when the time comes. But this year, with where we're at, we also want to be very protective of the core group of guys that we've had this year that have gotten us to this point. And our guys have shown they can compete with any team in the league.
Once you guys are done and you tell Kessler, have Duff give us a call. Okay? All right, buddy. Thanks, Andy.
Paul, go ahead.
Take care.
Phil. Got it. We're also excited to welcome Kessler Edwards to Sacramento, a player we've been tracking.
It was a bit of a surprise at first. It was something that I wasn't expecting. I know it's a pretty good culture out here, and these guys are young. They all work hard, so I'm just excited to get out here and finally hoop with these guys. But I'm glad to be here in Sac. I think I'm gonna like it here.
We know the job, as always, never done. We think we're in a really good spot, but we know we got 28 games left, and we're gonna have to go and fight it out with some really good teams and come out on top and meet our goal of making the playoffs here by the end of the season.
Let's do it. Awesome. Good work. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Right here, having multiple guys there, month of December, our first
At 9:25 in the morning, the league reached out to me and they said, hey, Fox is going to be an all-star and we wanted to give you an opportunity to give De'Aaron a call. 9:30 sharp, I call Risay. She says, I'm going to patch De'Aaron in. And then we start chatting and my phone rings and it's the coach calling. So I say, hey, pure coincidence, the coach is calling. And so we patch the coach in. And I say, hey, Coach and Risay, I wanted to tell you a little story. A few years ago, I got a call from some guy called Calipari. And he said, hey, I got this kid. He's like the fastest kid I've ever coached. And you need to check him out. And I said, fine, we'll send him over. A few weeks later, the kid shows up. And I go to our practice court to see what's going on. After the practice, I have a chance to talk to this young kid. And I say, hey kid, I got this brand new arena here. It's like a new Ferrari. And I got the keys. But who do I give the keys to? Who's going to drive me to the top of the mountain, to the promised land? And he said, give it to me, give it to me. So kid, here's my question for you. Do you have any plans this weekend? And he said, no. I said, okay, well, see you in Salt Lake.
18 three-pointers, including 7 in the first quarter alone, as we are nearing tip-off with the number 3 seed in the Western Conference on the line. Tomas decides to call his own number, working on.
I think as a team, we learn quickly. A lot of it has to do with the way Mike gets on us. When there's a quick turnaround, I feel like we've been able to adjust, and that's Mike's biggest thing. I think everybody knows how tactical and how savvy he is, and I think he's instilled that into all of the players. When we have all 5 guys on a string, I think we look really good defensively. The coaching staff, everybody that's in this locker room, has confidence in me to go out there and make plays, especially late down the stretch.
He is him, man. All-star, he deserves it. He's just him, man. That's all I can say. He's him, sure.
He had 10 points going into the fourth quarter.
23 in the fourth quarter and overtime in the second half. And Fox, swipe it, give me that. Fight 5. The Kings get the 133-128 win.
Well, a hell of a bounce back game. You know, you had a lot of great individual performances, guys stepping up. Kev, you had 8 rebounds tonight. That was big. We needed every single one of them. TD, obviously, you were huge off the bench. Not only was you know, the way you scored the ball, but you had 6 rebounds tonight, which was big. We need you guys as guards to rebound. We need you guys to help our bigs. At the end of the day, you know, our 2 guys stepped up, and we need you guys to step up. Foxy, we need you. You have to play that way for us to win at times. Hell of a job, but that's what an all-star's supposed to do, and you're supposed to play through injuries too at times. So Bomas, it was big of you to step up tonight. You know, you got banged up last night, but this is sort of what a 7-game playoff series feels.
Let's finish strong, finish strong. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really special. I mean, even when you first land here, just being an All-Star weekend, I saw it a lot when I was a kid growing up. So this is a cool moment for me and my family to cherish together.
How you doing? You all right? Feeling good?
Yeah, we have 2 All-Stars. Keegan's in the rookie game. I'm representing 3-point. Got Nemi out here in the G League All-Star game. It's exciting. Hopefully all our fans get to watch and take pride in what we're doing here.
Se la pasa muy bien, viste que los fans le quieren aquí. That's positive. Should I match this bunch of young I just told him Lithuania, you know, this morning I went sledding with my family and my little guy.
How fun is it to be able to do this in 3 different languages?
It's a headache. I'm flipping left and right. I'm forgetting things. You know, I want to be good and respond to everyone.
How cool is that?
I mean, just about every single event has a Sacramento King in it, so I want guys to enjoy this weekend because once we get back, it's we're hitting the ground running. Just being able to be recognized as one of those players in this league, regardless if you're a 1-time All-Star or a 20-time All-Star, these are things that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
This stretch run is going to be the most interesting part of my short coaching career so far here with this group, to see how we respond together as a unit, because this stretch is going to be a lot harder than what the first 2/3 of the season were. Now, with us sitting in the 3rd spot and everybody bunched together, you know, people are gunning for us. They want what we have. Being the hunted is going to be a little bit different than what it was in the first 2/3 because of the intensity of the games. It'd be great to see how we respond. We control what lies in front of us. Now let's see if we can go do it.
Fox, cross up, and Davis on the drive, and the punch.
I think they're a really good team, man. They really do. I think Coach Brown is as good as it gets. He's leading the charge for Coach of the Year. He's done a fantastic job of changing the culture.
He's up to 20. Fox.
De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, obviously all-stars, leading the charge for them. And their other guys are they play well. They're a well-oiled team. And we got them coming up twice at the house, so I'm looking forward to competing against them again.
Anytime you're coming off the bench, you want to be that spark. As a unit, kind of want to bring energy to the game. Sacramento hasn't been in this position in, almost 2 decades. And the importance of these last 25 games is just, you can't really put it into words. Walking on the court and knowing that you're in a position to do something that has been done in, almost 2 decades, that should light a fire in you. This is everything.
The playoff push is indeed underway.
Sacramento with a good start offensively here tonight. A quick hit ahead to Herter. And Kevin Herter slams it home. Fox has to like this matchup against Morris. Playing with his food. De'Aaron with the fadeaway. Midi got it. De'Aaron Fox.
Listen, I thought the Kings did a great job of being aggressive. Now it's about trying to figure out how to slow down this Clippers team.
Leonard got his feet set. Dude is stuck on automatic. 7 of 9 from the field. He's got 23.
And he's 3 of 4 from downtown, and the Clippers are going to be where they need to be.
Paul George and 1 foul.
And PG, he is going to get himself to the free throw line right here, and the Kings still having a hard time figuring out how to stop both he and Kawhi Leonard.
Monk walks into the 3, splashdown. And timeout, Ty Lue. And man, he took Paul George's lunch money again for a layup. De'Aaron Fox going to take a foul or not? No, he doesn't need to. Who needs shoes? Another steal. Murray slams it home. And the Sacramento Kings, with one last frenetic, furious push here, have cut it to 5. Westbrook, shot clock down to 7. He crosses over, got inside, and made the layup. A burst of speed for the Clippers gives them a 3-point lead.
First of all, I got to give kudos to Jay Triano. He drew up a hell of a play. Guys executed it, and Malik hit a big-time shot. Malik was unbelievable.
Barnes, Murray, Fox, and Sabonis on the floor with Monk. It's out to Fox. Got a screen, turns the corner. They try to run the hammer. Monk for the top. Got it! Splash down! Clippers without a timeout. Leonard for the win. He drew iron. Will play 5 more. Defense, they get the miss. Monk in a foot race. Malik elevates and punches it home. Westbrook finally makes a 3. Paul George behind his back against Fox. Double team for the win. And we'll play 5 more. The tip was no good. And they get the stop when it matters most. Monk raises up for 3. Splash. Malik, a jump shooting freak tonight. The Kings storm into LA. Come up from the tomb to win.
That was a game. I mean, probably one of the best offensive games ever, but it was great that we were able to pull this out, especially on the second half of back-to-back.
Let's talk about Malik, man, his performance.
Oh, man, he carried us through a lot of stretches. Obviously, we all know he can explode. He did that for us tonight.
Like that fucking beat.
Let's go, Malik!
Second highest scoring game in NBA history.
It's a little bit mind-boggling. Again, the game was incredible.
One of the greatest games in NBA history, the Sacramento Kings.
First time, though, ever in Kings history that they've had at least 2 guys drop 40.
I don't give a fuck who's over there.
Yeah, we ain't worried about that.
It doesn't matter. Listen,
yeah, man, we here.
But we come in, we worry about us.
We here too, though. We coming to everybody, for sure.
Just a great team win for us, and our guys just kept fighting. I'm really, really proud of them, because this is the type of stuff that I'm looking to see if we have. Now let's see if we can sustain it. Anytime you're put in position that you're going to be challenged and your group handles it as best they can the right way, you're proud of it.
2, 3, yeah!
You want to be great, you got to be great, and don't just be satisfied.
The Sacramento Kings are going to the playoffs.